Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my channel, Mind, Body, and Soul Healing. Today, it was a very, very icy one where I live, and so if it was icy where you live as well, I hope that nobody has fallen or hurt themselves and everybody has traveled around safely to get to and fro wherever you need to be. Today is Meditation Monday, and we are on the letter J. So I thought, very fittingly, that our word for the week could be journey. So I started this channel for the journey of those people who are going through healing from trauma and addiction. And of course, as I've mentioned before, this channel is for anybody who chooses to find it and resonate with it. But that was where my heart originally came from. And what I feel truly my soul's purpose is to be here and share my story and help other people feel less alone, because it's not an easy journey to walk. But I'm so proud of you for being here with me and for taking, the steps. And even if it's a couple steps forward and a couple steps back, journeys aren't always linear. So be kind to yourself. Let's take a few breaths. Eyes can be closed or just finding that soft gaze. As you take a few moments here, begin to turn inward. Lengthening the breath, taking as many sighs out of the mouth as feels good for you. Feeling into the support beneath you, behind you. I don't know about you, but after years of practicing breathing, meditating, it used to actually very much so aggravate me, frustrate me, anger me almost, trying to sit and relax and let go. But more and more recently, as I close my eyes and I just take a few conscious breaths, I can feel everything begin to calm down and relax. Listening to the sounds around you. Maybe you even hear the sound of your own breath. Notice the rise and fall of belly and chest with each inhale and exhale. Maybe you notice the texture of your clothing against your skin, the temperature of the room that you're in, any subtle smells around you. Just really let yourself tune into this moment. And so I call this our journey because it is, when I think of journey, I think, what's the word I'm trying to find here? an adventure, not something that's just going to happen in a day. It takes weeks, months, years, and you learn things along the way as you navigate yourself through the paths of this journey. You learn different things about yourself, about different ways to cope with feelings and emotions and flashbacks. You learn, especially through those first couple weeks, a lot about yourself and your triggers and how to sit with strong emotion. And so I remember the first couple of weeks, and I wasn't drinking, wasn't smoking weed, and I was so used to, from the moment I woke up until I went to sleep, being high. So it was, you go through the detox, and I know people think weed is, it's recreational, it's not anything hard, it's, innocent, but there's definitely still a withdrawal process of quitting any, cigarettes, weed, alcohol, whether it be harder things, medication sometimes even, right? Like if you were prescribed oxys or something like that. So, and I used to get flashbacks, even when I was using, but, I would just drown them down, get high, get drunk, try to forget about it. And I found the flashbacks came more frequently when I was first deciding to become sober. And I remember crying to my boyfriend at the time and, telling him how hard it was to deal with these flashbacks and not go get high and not go get drunk and have to just deal with it, be there with it, feel it, notice it, and not run from it, not bury it, not hide it, but face it. And that's part of the journey, but it gets easier. The brain fog starts to lift. For me, I teach yoga and group fitness, and I find that extremely helpful. And so if you are on this journey and you can move the body and get those natural endorphins and dopamine and certain things, chemicals, natural chemicals and hormones in your brain that get released through drugs and alcohol actually already live within your body. And exercise is a way to help release those and also to release stress and anger and anxiety and help you sleep better and all those sorts of things. Let's take a moment and come back to our breath. So I can't remember within my videos whether or not I had mentioned specifically what happened to me as a small child, but I was molested by my family doctor when I was just recently 5 years old. And I have really bad asthma. It's gotten a lot better as I was older, but I was a super sick kid. So I was in and out of the doctors and in and out of the hospital all the time. And the reoccurring flashback that I would get all the time was my mom leaving the room. And I don't know if she just had to use the washroom, if she was stepping out for a cigarette, if the doctor asked her to leave. That's not part of the memory. It's just being on the little hospital bed, the doctor's bed or whatever, and seeing her back walking out the door and knowing in the next couple of minutes what was about to unfold. And so if you experience flashbacks as part of your journey, please know that if you can face your shadow, sit there, hold it, give it some love. I saw this thing recently talking about how your shadow, this dark part of you that you try to hide from and push away, also just wants to feel loved and heard and supported. And it won't go away until it is loved and held and supported. When I was taking my yoga teacher training, one of the things they talked about was, all of your emotions are valid. And so imagine that you're inviting them all to dinner or to tea. And you can sit there and acknowledge each and every one of them in their presence and invite them there. It's not like they just showed up unannounced and is crashing the party. Remember, as you sit and you go through these feelings, to continue to breathe. Breathe through them. Change the breath, change the emotion. And just be kind to yourself. What happened to you is not your fault. And you're not any less of a person because of it. And you're not ruined. And that was, for me, definitely a big part of this journey, was finding my self-worth. Being able to love myself, to not hate myself, to not feel dirty and used and so know that I am here to support you. If you ever have any requests of different videos that you would like me to post, whether it's yoga or exercise or meditation or breath work, or you just want to hear a little bit more of my story, and sorry, I got a cat tail in my face, and, have somebody to relate to, I am absolutely here for you every single step of the way, without judgment and with full love. Let's take 3 collective breaths together. Starting on your exhale, take a full inhale through the nose, side of the mouth. Inhale. Let it go. One more deep, full inhale. Hold at the top. And release. I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day or evening, depending on what time it is, wherever you are. And take amazing care of yourself. You deserve it.